8:43 this morning on today's Home for the Holidays, a do-it-yourself festive Thanksgiving table. It's a holiday tied to the harvest, so what better place to look for decorations than maybe in your own backyards? Well, Elaine Griffin is a contributing design editor at Better Homes and Gardens magazine. Elaine, good morning to you.
Good morning.
You know, I got to be honest with you. You know, so many of us might agree with this. I mean, we're in the kitchen 24/7. We're trying to make this dinner right, much less have any time for the decorations. I mean, how do we make that happen?
Okay, Ann, I will tell you that Thanksgiving is the one meal of the year where how you serve it, your tabletop presentation, is just as important as how it tastes. So, do make an effort to have a stylish table, but don't spend a lot of money and deputize your children. Get your kids to help you out.
Okay, so first things first. I mean, you can get a little overwhelming.
Right.
How do you start? What's the first thing you should think about?
We want you to start with things that you already have,
Of
for
course.
example, like a white tablecloth. Everyone has a white tablecloth. Please iron it for the holiday. And then add a fun runner. We made this runner out of burlap. Use whatever fabric you have. You can cut a sheet or even use craft paper.
And I can see you've got beautiful little place settings here and one in the colors in the middle. But before we kind of go to specifically about that, let's talk about how you made it happen. For example, for this idea of having a centerpiece, what do you have here?
We have a couple of great ideas, but let's start with my favorite, which is the gratitude tree, because that's all about the reason for the season. And this is free. I'm grateful that this is free. Send your kids out to the backyard for a really cute branch, nicely shaped like a fan. Download great leaf shapes at betterhomesandgardensbhg.com, and then have everyone fill it out. Like, Ann, what are you thankful for this year?
And you write it down, love of family, and then you put this up, and the kids can kind of help you with this.
Absolutely.
I like that. I know. Get them involved.
Make that a family tradition.
All right. And another thought, when you're giving a bottle of wine, which oftentimes when you're going to somebody's house, you want to give them something like that, you say, make a nice presentation.
Because, you know, for Thanksgiving, you're either cooking, which I don't do, or you're bringing, which I do very well. And if you're bringing wine, you know, dress up your bottles for the occasion. You want to help me out here? You can do this. Okay, so it's super easy. We're going to put a piece of double stick tape around the back.
Right.
We have 2 layers of fabric, whatever you have, because we're using what we have. You're going to anchor it with another piece of double stick tape so it stays on.
On the bottom. You've got some nice, pretty burlap on that. Is
right?
it easy to find burlap? You have to go to the
super
fabric store for that?
It is so easy. They have it everywhere.
And then just tie this in the front? Well, that's cute.
Isn't that easy?
Yeah, that is easy. And then you can get the real leaves. Hey, get the kids to go outside and get those leaves. That's what you're talking about.
Because you're cooking, let your kids decorate.
I know. Make those leaves. And those leaves are, I'm not sure I'm doing a good job there, but there you go. A little obie.
And then you can add leaf garnish for style.
Okay, this was one centerpiece. Now we're going to look at, well, before we get to the other centerpiece, let's talk about these place cards. You're using cute little pumpkins, which you can get at the store.
Right.
And how do you do this?
Okay, so, you know, Thanksgiving is a special occasion, and nothing says special occasion meal like place cards. Have your kids make these. Get your leaf pattern.
You are really too into this. You're really too into this. Okay.
Because style matters.
Style matters.
Especially for the holidays.
So you just cut this out of some construction paper.
Right.
And I'm going to put down, I guess I'll put down
Who's coming
Elaine.
to dinner at your
You're
house?
coming to dinner.
There
How's
you
that?
go.
Elaine. Pretty
Perfect.
name. And then
just tie it on.
Tie it on this little bit here. And then make a little bow.
That's all you have to do.
All
Isn't
right.
that easy?
Very
easy. You can
easy.
use ribbon, you can use raffia, anything you have. And you know what? I think that these are super chic, but use seasonal small veggies that go with your color pattern for the table.
You can use pears?
Yeah.
Boards?
Anything with a stem.
So you could tie it around this outside here or something like that. Well, that's cute. Oh, I like using these little corns.
Right?
That's really beautiful. Okay, now let's take a look at this other centerpiece as I was alluding to.
Whoa. Okay, so we're heading to, you know, centerpieces are the star of your table.
Right.
But you don't have to spend a lot of money. You don't have to spend a lot of money
there.
on flowers.
I'm still tying this bow.
Head to your backyard instead and use leaves. Now, Ann, here's the secret.
Okay.
If the leaves have
still
fallen,
tying this bow. Okay, keep going.
if the leaves have fallen from your natural branches, it's okay to use fake ones, which we did here. Because in New York, there are no real branches left.
All right, okay.
Okay.
And so you just make a bunch of branches, and you may want to kind of dust them off because you don't want to put that on your table.
Hose them down before you do that.
Hose them down. All right, put them in here. Okay, well that's nice. And now one last thought. With the place settings, a lot of us have a lot of people over, Elaine,
right.
and we don't have enough place settings for all the people. Come on over here that we have. So how do we make it okay to have many different kinds of plates?
Nobody has service for 20 unless you're Queen Elizabeth.
Right.
So what you want to do is use what you have, mix and match, and just lay it out strategically so it looks like you're being creative and you did it on purpose. Whatever works for you and your combination, go A, B, A, B, or put everything in the center and then the odd ones on the ends. It looks like you did it on purpose. Unify with your napkins. That's what people notice.
Unify with your napkins. You heard it here. Elaine Griffin, thank you so much. Great ideas. You're reminding us it can be easy. Anyway, coming up next, the one and the only Jane Pauley introduces us to a couple that found their life